USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Reese?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Carr above the noise. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Left side is Jordan. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And I absolutely love that play call, man. You got good field position right now. Take advantage of it. They're aggressive on the first play. Make a big play. This offense now set up in perfect position to get some points, to capitalize on their great field position.
Ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now, first meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Lou Rodney, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
Sweep. Booster. Ready, go.
On 3rd and long. Trying to convert through the air. Right side, it's Barber. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. That was a really well-run route on the curl. Pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense coming through with the 1st sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. They'll move the wide receiver. The Fighting Irish called their 1st timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're facing a 3rd down.
Hey, take it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. There he goes. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. And And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Mobley. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Moves the pocket, it's Carr. He's got it. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Intercepted for the 11th time. Turning it on. At the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Driving forward, it's Jordan. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Big fella moving. Got him right there. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. Gets it into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 48 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Barres. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped.
not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Carr finds his man. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Third and 6 yards to go. Back to pass, it's Carr. Moving to his left. He'll try to do it himself. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
From the gun, it's Mobley. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end now in motion. The give on the counter. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Under pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're... Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Snags it, and he's open.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Here's Carr to throw. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Second and long here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Mayava. They're all over him. Unloads in the nick of time.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Carr. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
Gain of 16. You're now for
First down for this offense. The run inside. It's Mobley. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Handoff again. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding them. Nice catch.
Going for it all. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. It looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
Straight ahead, it's Mobley. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. This crowd knows when to bring it. Now here's Carr. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, we haven't seen this very much today. A quarterback missing on a pass. Of course, his offense is rolling right now. He's already thrown 2 TDs. He's in a very, very good rhythm. The defense needed a play like that to try to catch their breath and maybe gain some momentum.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Making the adjustment. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Throwing, Carr. Rush right in his face. Got a wide open receiver. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To throw, it's Carr. Look out! And they got it. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama in their matchup against the number 2 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's LSU.
Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Wants to throw one first. It's picked off, and that's number 10. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4.
Man, it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Out wide left, it's Graham. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Carr. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you love the gutsy call by the offense there.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
Motion from the wideout. They're going to ride this running back. 7-yard pickup on that one is now 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Left side, it's Mosley. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
On the run, it's Jordan. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Here we go. Check, check. 692.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Trojans are in the hurry-up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, they were trying to set up an outbreaking route here on 3rd and long, trying to get a receiver open in space, just couldn't come away with it, though. Nice job by the defense, watching the QB's eyes and swatting it down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Motion from the back. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Quick give. It's Jordan. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Going to the run, it's Jordan. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Making the adjustment on the play. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield. It's Mayava. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Perez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Running inside. It's Mobley. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
You got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Here's Carr to throw. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Burrowing for yardage. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Finds his tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. And it looks as if we are ready to get things started here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Gets the back moving. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll need a bunch on second down. To the air, it's Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
From the gun on third down, Carr. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throwing right. It's complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Throwing, Carr. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Spins away from the defender. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Sends it back in motion. Carr. Out wide right, it's Mobley. Could not make his way to the corner.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Long way to go on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Irish! The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for room, it's Jordan. At the 35, he's loose. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Right side, it's Barber. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down. Now 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Swings it out to the flat. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
see if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, ready, go!
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Second and long here. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Quarterback changing the play. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
He's looking deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Defense calls a timeout. 2:07 remaining on the clock. Interesting strategy here to try to maximize their use of the 2-minute timeout. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Where did he go?
They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a short gain. Timeout on the field. 2:03 remaining. The defense trying to manipulate that clock and maximize the time with the 2-minute timeout coming up. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49.
22.
Hits inside, it's Jordan. Past the 40. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. Brought down after the big gain, and what a way to put the finishing touches on this game. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Go, go.
In the red area, it's Jordan. There he goes. Sticking with the run and the run-pass option. And in this situation, anything it takes to wrap up the victory.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They'll come to the line first and goal with the lead and the clock working in their favor.
Red 54, red 54.
They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Calls his own number. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Tommy Trojan rides with a sword on his belt and a jeweled shillelagh at his side after knocking off the Fighting Irish. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.